Hey everybody, this is Noree Victoria, and I'm here with First String TV, the hottest independent entertainment website on the planet. So stay locked for entertainment, fashion, music, all that good stuff.
Tell us everything that is Noree Victoria.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Maybe not everything.
Not everything.
What you want everybody to know?
Rated PG? No. Well, you know, I'm here in LA now. I've come a long way from where I've been. Baltimore, born and raised. We talked about that earlier. And I did not start out in entertainment. I come from an entertainment family, but I tried to do something a little different. Go to school, biology, English, all that good stuff. And I was bored to death. Not knocking those fields at all, because it was definitely a means to an end. But I'm a creative person. I had all this fire inside that needed to come out, and I was working, daydreaming about being everywhere else, but it worked. So, you know, a string of things happened. The economy, you just never know where you're going to land these days. And I decided to go to an open call in Baltimore. That's where I was at the time, and landed the lead role with a movie, an independent film with the cast of The Wire.
Okay.
So from there, I just knew I was bitten. The bug was there. It was in my blood. It was there. So, long story short, I've traveled. I went to New York to study, back and forth. Here, LA, Atlanta for a few years, and it was just really a great experience. Florida for a national competition. Just to jump in, get in the game, play
That's
ball,
how you gotta
to
do.
Train, study,
Both
and
feet.
jump in.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I always say, don't send your kids to me for sound advice, because I'm going to tell them to jump first and just pray a net appears, you know, before you hit rock bottom. And that's usually what happens. At least that's what I believe.
Well, it sounds like it worked out good for you, especially with a lot of things going on right now, so it wasn't a bad idea.
No, I don't think anything is a bad idea. It's a learning experience. Everything is a learning experience. So yeah, it's been great. I can't lie. I've been blessed.
Yeah, we see a lot of things going on in the net, on television with you, and of course you're hard to miss. So tell us a little bit about some of the things you got going on, or you just done in the past, the very, very short, recent past, because it's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. Well, in the past year or so, Quarantine 2 came out. It's a horror movie, and I worked guest star on Necessary Roughness and Army Wives and Single Ladies, and recurring character on The Game. The first episode
we just saw that
aired.
this past Tuesday.
I'm Charlinda. I stir things up a little bit.
Yeah, I see that. And we can understand why. You know, we can understand why.
Yes, tune in and see.
I know you can't give us everything, but is there anything you want to talk about this Tuesday's episode that we're going to see?
Well, since it's already aired, I can say everything. Charlinda brings the life to the party. The one that just aired. She made some special.
I'm talking about the one that's coming up.
Special brownies. Oh, I'm a few episodes out.
Oh,
so
okay.
this Tuesday,
okay.
You'll see a continuation of the last storyline, and then I come in, and I can't say anything about the twist that I bring in a little later. But Charlinda is an interesting character. She's a party girl, and she likes to bring assistance to the party, herbal assistance to the party. So yeah, I did that. That was great. I actually moved here to LA. As soon as my things got here, I got a call from my agent, get back on the plane and get to Atlanta.
Wow.
So I had my things here unpacked, and I had to go back. I was gone for 30 days, and I worked on The Game. And while I was there, they called me for Teen Wolf. So I'll be on some episodes. It starts airing in June.
Wow.
Of Teen Wolf. So yeah, it's been good.
So you say you're doing some things, you know, with Single Ladies. So tell us how it was working with Queen Latifah. Did you get a chance to work with her closely, work around her?
She's EP on the project, but I didn't see her on set. Queen Latifah's a very, very busy woman, and she is a pro at this by now, so she knows how to orchestrate from wherever she is. So she puts something together in the pot and it cooks.
Shout out to Queen Latifah too.
Shout out to the Queen.
Jersey. That's Jersey.
Shout out to the Queen. I was just listening to Backspin on Excellent Radio. Yeah, she was on there. But I work with Rob Hardy,
Mhm.
directed with Rainforest.
Mhm.
Awesome, awesome. He's an actor's director. I love working with him. He's like, it's really important for a director to keep you motivated
Yeah.
when you're shooting from like 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. So he was awesome. It just felt like the day just went by. I worked with Lisa Ray.
No drama there?
She is definitely a homegirl, and I love her. She keeps it real. She definitely.
She's not trying to
keeps it
kick
real.
you off because you're cute?
No,
Okay.
Lisa she's so down to earth and she's so fun. There's no filter between mind and heart and mouth, which, I mean, you gotta respect
There's nothing
that.
wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you have to speak from a place of passion
Yeah.
instead of politically correctness all the time. That's the trait of a natural born leader.
I understand.
So she is definitely that. Worked with Stacey Dash and Anthony Montgomery, D.B. Woodside, who was also working with my sister on 24. So it's like this industry is so small.
Wow.
You meet people just full circle. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
good. So with all the stuff you have going on, and you've been in the game for a little while now, so far, what would you say has been your biggest accomplishment?
You know what? I really believe that thoughts become things. And when I first came into this game, I knew I wanted to study hard and train hard
Mhm.
because you don't just show up in any field. Like, you can't just show up to the doors of an accounting firm and say, hey, I want to be an accountant
Mhm.
today, or show up to the doors of a university and say, I want to be a professor today. So
Mhm.
acting, I see, is no different. So I knew when I came into the game, I had to get educated, go to school, train. And when I started doing that, I always envisioned that I would go beyond the borders of wherever I am at that particular point in time. So I wanted to work internationally. I always knew that. And I got a chance to last year shoot for a month in the Philippines
Wow.
with National Geographic. It was amazing. It was a brutal, physically and emotionally brutal shoot because it was locked up abroad and we were shooting with real
Yeah.
prisoners in real prisons, and the poverty and the conditions there were just unimaginable. And it just gives you a heightened awareness of the human experience when you get to travel abroad
Yeah.
and be like in it and of it, you know. We were just all in everything, and we had these kids that followed us around. And, you know, they had no bottoms because it's a poor
Yeah.
country still, but it was amazing because you get to see humanity and live your dreams at the same time, and
That's
you realize
major.
how
That's
blessed you are.
major.
Yeah.
So how did that help you grow as an actress?
Oh my gosh. One of the things that, like, when people see acting, the field, they see like the red carpet, they see the
Mhm.
glitz, the glamour, there are a lot of actors that extend themselves mentally and physically, like beyond the everyday push.
Yeah.
And it's like that side that people don't get to see, that's what grows you as an actor. Like
Mhm.
it's withstanding 114-degree temperatures all day, and you might be in a prison where there's no proper sewage system and the
Yeah.
smell, and you have to mentally juggle your craft and your skill and all these physical things going on. Like a lot of other places that you work, you're
Mhm.
not going to be exposed to
Yeah.
certain things. So
Understand.
as an actor, as a person, and in your character, it just pushes you to the limit. There are a lot of actors that work under extreme conditions, cold, hot. It's not always sound stages and you know, craft services. It's not always that, but I love that because
Understand.
you don't get spoiled or comfortable
Yeah.
in what you do. So it definitely stretches you as a person, and then you come out of that like everything else is a piece of cake. Like, give it to me raw, you know. put me in the middle of Vietnam, Cambodia. We can work this out.
Wow.
You know.
So speaking about the super actress, we want to get to you as a person. What would you say is one of your biggest misconceptions about you?
I don't know, because I don't know. I don't really engage in. Not that misconceptions are always negative,
Mhm.
but I don't really read like gossip and stuff like that. I just believe that you shake the hands of the hands that are extended,
Mm-hmm.
and you already know where those people are coming from. So I don't know, honestly. No one's ever, and I haven't exposed myself to any of that, so I don't know.
Wow, well, I can imagine somebody had something.
You know what? Will Packer, and I love Will so much. I love Will. I've known him for a number of years, and every once in a while we get to interact. One time he said, "You were too smart to be an actress." He was joking. We have that relationship where he can say that. So it's so funny that people about the field. I won't say about me. And he was just joking, of course, because he's definitely an actor's producer as well, and definitely has a great relationship with, especially the black acting community. But he was making a jest of the fact that some people do think that this is a mindless field, and that you don't have to be intelligent. You have to master language. You have to master technique. You have to master your physical and emotional, and it requires a great deal of mental fortitude to do this if you're really going to do it. So maybe that's the biggest misconception, that you just show up and you expect people to be like, "Oh, just love me because I look a certain way," or that. No, you have to put your time in. You have to.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
Another personal question: what has been something crazy since you've been out here or in the game that a guy has done to get your attention?
Oh. After I did Locked Up Abroad, not even just a guy, but I've been cursed out because people can't separate reality from fiction, and they thought that I was really a heroin smuggler.
Wow.
I've been cursed out, called immoral. Guys, when I lived in Atlanta after quarantine too, I got notes at my door. You get some. I don't know why people see entertainers as any different than anybody else. We're just people who follow the passion. We're just like everybody else, but for some reason there's some type of like separation that occurs, or pedestal that occurs in people's minds, and it causes them to do things like send you 50 emails a day. Or
it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you're gorgeous. That doesn't help any of it.
I don't know. Gosh, I don't know. I try to stay grounded and humble as far as that's concerned, because there's this phrase that at any given time you can be too ugly for LA, too dumb for New York. Like, it's just, you just never know where you stand with people. It's in the eye of the beholder. So whatever he thought was, I'm sure, of interest to him about me. It gets scary, though. It can get scary when people contact you at your personal residence.
I understand. So the guys wouldn't appreciate it if I don't ask if you were single right now.
Oh, I like to talk about my professional life. But, hi guys. I appreciate all you fellas out there. Much love to you.
Okay. Now, let's say it's hypothetical, and I'm going to make this the last question about this. If you were or wasn't single, what kind of man would you like?
I love someone with a sense of humor that just is open to life. Somebody that can go to a 5 or 6 star luxury suite and still not complain if we're just sitting on a curb eating Jamaican patties in Brooklyn. I can do all of that, and I like people that are open to all life experiences, and has a sense of humor, doesn't take himself too seriously, and because I like that. We can do a little bit of everything. You don't have to.
That's good. See, you made some guys happy that they didn't know they didn't have to jump through all the hoops and everything like that.
Yeah, I just think that if you tear down all this perception about people, that really people just want to have fun, and if they really don't worry about what other people think all the time, that's just most people, I hope.
So what do we got to look forward to for the rest of 2012 from you?
I am out here with great representation. As soon as I came, I signed with Osbrink across the board for print, commercial, and theatrical. I have a great manager in Vallejo Entertainment, and they are really, really working hard for me. So Teen Wolf is coming up. It hasn't aired yet, and I just got a call this morning about a feature. So I can't really say
talk about it
what it is, but that
Please let us
should
know.
be something really, really great. I love television so much, but I love film because you get a chance to really develop a character over a period of time. So I'm really, really excited about the film project. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you taking your time. We want you to give out some shout outs to anybody out there you want to say hi to.
My dad! dad, I love my dad. He's my hero. He called me every day for the first 2 years and asked me when I was coming back home. And finally,
is he still in Baltimore?
He's still in Baltimore. That's my heart, my dad. So I just really appreciate the support and love from Baltimore. I really do. My family, my mom too, my grandmother who calls me all the time. You know, I love my family, all my college friends, UMBC shout outs. You just have to remember where you came from.
Yeah.
Never forget who was taking the journey from the beginning, and all of those people, I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.